meteorologist Chase Jones.
All right, another clear day, another calm day, cooperative weather, a beautiful morning. Some light cloud cover makes its way in from the south, but everybody has their eyes on the west coast as we're keeping track of what will be left of Hurricane Priscilla and all that moisture that's going to make its way up and around the Sierra Madres, but it's not looking like it's going to make its way into the Concho Valley. Everybody keeps asking me for rain, and you know I'm always on the lookout for it. You saw the drought monitor. It's pushing its way back in, and those temperatures over the last 24 hours, they're inside the 30-degree spread all the way down into those lower 60s and up into those mid-80s, and we'll see how quickly we cool off again tonight, even though those winds are out of the east. Now, I was talking with my production assistant, Zach, over the break, at least between the shows, and he wants to get better at doing the weather, but you're already pretty good at it. That includes you, Zoe, as well. I'm always trying to get you to get better at the weather. 86 in San Angelo. Everybody else in a combination of those lower 90s and those upper 80s. Now, we're looking for 10 degrees because this is the standard atmosphere that we want to see stable conditions, but pretty unstable right now. 90 in Ballinger and 88 down there in Sonora, 85 in El Dorado because they're a little bit lower in elevation like we are here in San Angelo. So we're going to count that as 5 degrees across the entire area, so we're in half. Now, dew points and humidity indices let us know how unstable it is or how likely we are going to see some of that moisture make its way in. Now, we're not going to get down to those 50s tonight, but you see it across the entire area, if not some of those lower 60s, again in lower elevations where humidity is a little higher. Dew points, or at least humidity indices, are in the 30s across the board. So as they rise through the evening, we're going to see any more of that cloud cover make its way in. Now, we correlate those same colors to more humidity. As we get closer towards the weekend, you start to see what will be left of Tropical Storm Priscilla push up and around the Sierra Madres. Then you see this band of blue weather, a good correlation of instability and more weather, but it's stopping just outside of the Concho Valley because of the Edwards Plateau. Now, Zach, we talked a lot about the upper level pattern. This is the ridging that we want to see with high pressure. Colder air is going to sink off the west coast and cut off from the system. This creates a blocking pattern, and it's going to keep us in stable conditions for about a week if it's not been calm already. Now, water vapor imagery showing you the circulation of low pressure, the cold air sinking down from the west coast. Here comes the ridging up and around the Concho Valley with, again, more of that cold air dipping off the east coast. This all correlates to the severe weather outlook, and that keeps it around the four corners. But again, it's in that marginal category, so not too bad. But of course, outside of the whole state of Texas, down at the surface, seeing a little bit of severe weather, if not some flash flooding around the Rocky Mountains where they're expected to see a whole lot more snow. Now, we're watching the system off the west coast and it work in tandem with the tropical storm off the west coast, or at least Tropical Storm Priscilla. Now, La Nina is officially set in motion, or it's in place, so we're going to see how much moisture this pushes up and around the Rocky Mountains. But here comes the future cast, so we're going to get a better idea of how it makes its way in. Now, cold weather will continue to move across the northern part of the United States. You get a better idea of the circulation of high pressure, but off the west coast, you see a whole lot of winter storm weather make its way across the Rocky Mountains. And just before it gets to the Concho Valley, say it with me, I run out of data. So tonight, all the way back down into the lower 60s. We're going to track how quickly we get there with those easterly winds, but it's going to be beautiful. Then tomorrow, as we warm up, we're on the lookout for that cloud cover, but you might as well call it a half-day Friday because it's a long weekend towards Columbus Day, and we're on the countdown to kickoff. As we continue to track the weekend, we're going to really sort of take it day by day, Zach. We see we're leveling out in those lower 90s, tracking the overnight lows as they warm up into the mid-60s. As we get closer towards Halloween, 3 weeks to go, we're going to see those temperatures continue to level out in those lower 90s while those overnight lows fight back and forth with those lower 60s. Stay tuned to more of the break. You're watching KSAN News at 5.